Okay, 1A. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do the A's.
What is this part of it?
A's.
It's for yesterday's work.
And the first one we're gonna do is add polynomials. So I don't have to really worry about the parentheses. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add them. Let's see. I have a 7x cubed. I don't care. 7x cubed. Let's see, I have a negative 9x squared and a positive 9x squared. Gives me how many x squareds?
0.
0. Hey, that was nice. Okay, positive 4x and a minus 18x gives me a, that's right, a minus 14x.
Thank you.
And then I have a minus 12 and a plus 7. Very good.
That's the answer?
That's it.
Pretty easy.
Then next one, I'm going to subtract. What do I have to do?
Add multiply the negative sign to
Yep, exactly. I need to distribute the minus sign. Good job. So I have a 15x squared minus 9x plus 8 minus 7x squared. Oh, there's a squared there, right? Minus a 7x squared minus a 3x plus 5. Combine my like terms. Let's see my x squareds.
Oh, it's because it's a different thing.
15x squared and a minus 7x squared is a and 8x squared, right? Let's see, negative 9x and a negative 3x is a negative 12x.
6x.
This should be positive, right?
Yeah, that's positive.
Yeah, I made a mistake. And this should be negative.
Yep.
Why'd you guys let me make that mistake?
You know, I was writing it down and I was thinking of it. I just didn't say
Okay, minus 6x. And then I have a minus 8, minus 5. Bless you.
Thank you.
Wow. Sounded like some pieces of your brain came out.
Look, brain.
All right, 2x minus 3 squared is 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 3. And what am I going to use to multiply this out? Foil. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Outer, 2x times minus 3 is minus 6x. Inner, minus 3 times 2x is minus 6x. And then last, minus 3 times minus 3 is a positive 9. Then we always have those middle two terms to combine.
Which will be negative 12.
Yep. So I have 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. Okay, and then in number 4, we have a binomial times a trinomial. So we're going to have to distribute each one of them. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times x is x squared. And then x times 7 is 7x. And then I'm going to take the 4. 4 times x squared is 4x squared. 4 times x is 4x.
That's if she just likes the idea.
And then 4 times 7 is 28. Combined like terms. C, x cubed. There's nothing to combine, so it's just x cubed. X squared and a 4x squared is a 5x squared, right?
My bad.
And then, let's see, we got a plus 7x.
Being mean to me.
Thank God somebody is. And then a 4x is 7x. And then I have that plus 28.
Wait, question mark.
Yeah, what?
The 7x? Why is it?
Yeah, why is it 7x? Guys, you got to stop making these mistakes.
So I was right.
You said you were a football player, right?
Yes, I was.
Did you had any head-on
Do you
collision?
think you were better than DeAndre?
I'm not good at
Oh, 10 times better than DeAndre. Now, basketball, he'll be 10 times better than me. Yes, I did hit my head. And back in the day, this is late 70s, early 80s. It wasn't like, oh, go get, your little test and see if you're okay. It's like, here's some smelling sauce, get that.
Oh, I sucked at the concussion test. I didn't read it, so I was just watching all this stuff go through.
In fact, I was having this discussion the other day. It's hard for me to teach geometry because I forget a lot of the postulates and definitions and stuff.
Yeah.
Algebra is so easy,
Yeah,
but
algebra is
geometry
easy.
is so hard.
I'll be in the middle of a sentence. Gone. Gone.
No.
Not at all.
All right, number 5A.
you want to see my football highlights? You can play on
We can watch it in front of everyone.
It's bad. It's getting worse as I get older. I mean, really bad. I might have to go see my doctor for some medicine. I'm not kidding you guys. I mean, I do a lot of kidding and sarcasm. That's real for me. I don't think it's Alzheimer's. I really do think that's the beginnings of that CTE.
Why does Alzheimer's have a
You're me
C?
talking with
Alzheimer's?
I got hit in the head a lot. A lot. I remember seeing stars a lot. And it wasn't just like one hit. It would be like multiple in a row I would see stars. That's bad. All right, number 5A.
Are we gonna watch my football highlights?
Huh?
Are we gonna watch my football highlights?
Alzheimer's?
No.
You don't want to watch them?
No.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
I gotta pause this because now you got me talking about football.
Maybe we should focus on.
Yeah, let's focus on that. All right, here we go.
I'm sorry.
All right, it's true because this is going to take a while. Ceramic store manufacturing and sells coffee mugs. The revenue R of X from the sale of X number of coffee mugs is given by R of X. So that's my revenue, right? My revenue R of X equals 13X. Suppose the function for the cost of manufacturing X number of coffee mugs is, so my cost is $6.25 per mug plus 400. Now, what's the price of one mug? Which one are we going to look at, revenue or cost?
Cost.
Cost.
Revenue.
Revenue, right? That's what we get per mug.
We didn't know until I said it.
Price of one mug. So that's $13.
Where do you go with this?
Okay, write the profit function. How do you get profit?
Cost.
It's not just cost.
Divided by revenue.
I'm trying to follow your thinking. Why divide?
I don't know.
Mine.
You take in your revenue, right? Get all this money by selling it. but then you have to
Take out the cost.
subtract your cost, right?
Wow, Thomas, you're so smart.
So our revenue,
I did it.
our revenue was 13x, right? And what's our cost?
I have it. Come on, I need it.
Now, be careful here. We're not just minusing the 625x. We're minusing the 625x plus 400. So we're minusing this quantity, right? So you need parentheses around there. So you need to distribute that minus sign. So we get 13x, and we're going to run out of room here. So 13x minus 6.25x minus 400. And what's our profit function then? What is 13x minus 6.25x? 13x minus 6.25x.
That would be.
We could just put my phone under the projector.
Would it be
and watch
six-
football highlights.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you under the projector.
Would it be
6.75. There you go, Kalina. 6.75x minus 400. There's our profit function. I was going to say something important. See, the CT is starting to. Okay, so profit on 2,000. So my profit equals 6.75. I'm going to plug in 2,000 for my x minus 400.
Yeah.
See, 2,000. And plug that all into your handy dandy calculators. And what do you get?
6.2.
What was it? Wasn't it 13,100 or something?
Stop. I used to do that with my
It's 6.25.
13,100?
It's 13x.
I thought it was.
13x. Got the 13x, right?
Oh, this jacket's too
Did
big.
I think this is actually 13x?
Yeah, that's the right.
Yeah, 13x. 13 minus 6.25 is 6.75.
Oh, that's what you did.
Okay, are we good there?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Yes? DeAndre, are you good there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Was it
Huh?
13? Was it 13?
Well, it's because you guys are goofing around.
Maybe if we watch our football, my football highlights.
Maybe if you took some notes,
I'm good.
I won't be screaming at you on the test
I
tomorrow.
didn't even. I never did the.
That is good tea, by the way. I love that stuff. I can drink that, a gallon of that every day.
Oh my god, we're getting distracted.
Except I use the diet one because that one's loaded with carbs.
Hated.
All right, now are you good? I think I'm still recording this. Eh? Yeah, you better after drinking all that. All right, 6-8. Now this is a really long problem, so stay with me. All right, so here's our given polynomial. Negative 3x to the fourth plus 6x plus 9. What's my leading coefficient?
It's 4x.
Well, that's a degree. That's my highest degree, right? 4.
And that'll be
My leading coefficient,
Oh, wait, no, it's
negative 3, right?
Exactly.
Okay, it's a fourth degree. What type of polynomial do I have?
Sweet tea is good.
Quartic. Good.
I can't remember
Oh,
the
please
name.
don't.
Yeah, I think I might give you some note card or something. And then we have to find the P of 2. So the P of 2 equals,
Yeah, what page are we on?
if you would stop talking, you would know.
I'm not talking.
Negative 3x to the 4th plus 6x plus 9. And we are plugging in 2 for x, right? 2, 2, 2. Use your handy dandy calculators. Bless you. Negative 3, 2 raised to the 4th plus 6, 2 plus 9. And what do you get? Negative 27. Okay. Then it keeps going on here, right? We need to sketch our polynomial. And our polynomial was, I'll redo it for you guys. And please use the negative sign, not the minus sign. Use the negative sign, not the minus sign. So negative 3x raised to the 4th plus 6x plus 9. Graph it. Now you guys are going to get a different graph, okay? Unless they kept the window for you. You guys probably got something like this, right? Okay, so when we get to the range, remember we're going to have to get that maximum point, which is way up here. So that's why I'm going to go to the window. I'm going to expand my Y max here. Maybe I'll do 25.
I got something like this.
Yeah, somebody already changed your window, so you're good. So when I... Do you think I care?
Yeah.
So when I put in 25, I can see my vertex, which I'm going to need, right? So let's just try to sketch this. Again, we're just working with a sketch. So it looks like it's coming from here, maybe here, and then it kind of does an angle thing, right? Maybe goes up and then does an angle thing, and then it hits vertex, and then it goes down. So let's try this. That's not too bad. Okay, it's a parabola, right? Because it's to the 4th. We know it's a parabola. What's the domain for all parabolas in this course?
Negative.
What's it saying?
You know what's going to happen, Thomas?
What?
I'm going to be done with this problem. You know what you're going to say?
I
get
didn't
it.
get it.
I don't have to write it all down yet.
Oh, I am writing it down.
I don't know how to graph it. You just put points and just try to make it look like that.
You put, yeah.
So it doesn't have to be accurate. It just has to
Right,
be
it's
sort of
just
like
a
it.
sketch. See, sketch.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
But it's got to have the proper number of bumps, and it's got to be a parabola. Okay?
Yes.
Now, the range. My smallest number, Y number, well, that's easy because that's negative infinity. That's my smallest one, right? Problem is, my highest Y,
Is 8.69.
is that what you got?
Yeah, that's the minimum.
Oh, we got to do the max. This is a max, right?
I didn't ask.
Yeah, that's the maximum because it's opening downward.
I'm kidding.
So that's a max.
I thought it was.
So we got to do our second trace. Go to our max. Hit enter. I need a left bound. Hit enter. Right bound. Oops. Go to enter. Enter. And my, let's see, I got like 0.8, comma 12.6. Okay, this is my Y value, right? So that's my highest y, 12.6. And it includes that point. So there's my range.
I thought you were supposed to do the minimum. Unless,
Well, if my parabola opened up,
oh, like something.
then this would be a minimum.
Like that had like.
This is a max.
I thought it was maximum for all.
Okay.
minimum for
Nope.
all of them.
Depends on which way your parabola opens.
I might need to get help on that.
Okay. And then we got to do end behavior, right? Which we learned yesterday. So I'm not looking at this, I'm looking at that one. So as my x goes to the left, so I'm looking at the end, right? So as my x goes to the left, or negative infinity, what happens to my y?
Negative.
Negative infinity, right?
And negative.
And as my x goes to positive infinity, or to the right,
Not negative.
what happens to my y? Negative infinity. So that's a long problem on your quiz tomorrow. It's going to take you 10 minutes just to do that problem at the minimum.
I can do it in 2 minutes.
And you could probably do it in 0 seconds because you'll skip it.
I don't skip it.
I just have one quick
That's
question.
good.
Whenever I was throwing away my gum, I missed it. How did you get the 12.6?
I did the second trace.
Second
Okay.
trace.
I found the maximum. Remember, I'm going to make some of these for you tomorrow too.
Okay. I have it still.
Do you? Okay,
Yeah.
so on this I did the maximum. Okay? I just did this calculator stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, your test is tomorrow, guys.
Nervous.
All right, factoring.
I'm not as easy.
Oh, did you guys get your nice colorful little flow charts? If you want one, or you could use your old one. Okay, 7a. X squared plus 9x minus 22. Can you factor out any common terms? Why, no, you can't.
I can't.
What type of polynomial do you have? Well, you got 3 terms. And 3 terms says, well, use the guess and check method.
Wait,
Are you good?
I'm trying to figure this out. Is this actually something we have to do on the test?
Yeah, this will be on the test.
Yeah, it's just-
I thought it was like review. Like
It's called review. It's review from last semester, but it's still a section we did. Okay. Yes, it counts for real points. All right, so I'm going to go to my factors. There's only one way to get x squared, right? X times x. Look at the factors of 22. I have 1 times 22, 2 times 11.
11 times 2.
Look at the sign of 22. It's a negative, so one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative, which means we're going to be subtracting our factors. Then we look at this 9 here, so it needs to subtract to 9. So we're going to use these 2 factors.
-2 and positive 11.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Come on,
Let's just check with our arches.
Thomas, do them all.
Negative 2x. Positive 11x. That gives us a positive 9x, which is what we want. So yes, those are my factors.
Woo! Why is nobody in a good mood today? It's a good day.
I'm in a beautiful mood.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Beautiful.
9A. Can I factor out any common terms, any common factors? Why, yes, Mr. D. You can factor out a 3. Huh? Did I? No, I'm not going to do 8A. Well, do you want me to do 8A?
Yes, please.
All right.
I found 7b.
8A.
X minus.
Can I factor out any common terms?
After I
No. They're what? Well, they are both squares, okay? So let's just follow our chart, but they don't have any common factors, right? So what type of polynomial? I have a binomial, right? So I have two terms. Is it a difference of squares? And Colino says so, so it is. Well, I look at my perfect squares chart here, right? 16 and 49 are indeed perfect squares. Okay. Good job. So I'm going to change this to 7 squared x squared minus 4 squared. And I have a shortcut formula. So I'm going to define my a and b because we got them in a and b terms, right? So my a is going to be the base 7x, and my b is going to be the base 4. So I just plug it into my
What's
factors here, right?
what's the
Is the base 4.
sorry.
Okay. So I've got 7x plus 4 and 7x minus 4.
Turn after school? I have nothing until 6:30.
There, I did number 8 for you.
I don't school after school.
Number 9. I could take out a 3.
Why are you factoring to the
I could take out a 3.
what's so fun?
And 24 divided by 8 is...
Why you
24 divided by 3 is 8x. And then 21 divided by 3 is 7. That's a trinomial. So I'm gonna rewrite it up here. Oh, sorry. So I have a 3, my factors. Let's say there's only one way to get x squared, right? X times x. Don't forget that 3, by the way. Factors of 7. I can only do a 1 and a 7, right? And it's a plus sign.
So plus plus.
So plus. Boy, oh boy, this was easier than I thought. We should really check our arches. Just,
Can you do 10A?
huh?
Can you do 10A?
Yes, I'm going to do 10a.
No.
7x gives us our 8x. So this indeed is the factors of that. Okay, 10a. Can we factor anything out? Nope. So we're going to go directly to our factors. Only one way to get 7x squared, right? 7x times x. Okay, factors of 8. 1 times 8. 2 times 4. Sine of 8 is positive, so it's either going to be a positive times a positive or a negative times a negative. So they're going to be adding together our factors, right? And one of those factors is going to be multiplied by 7. They have to add to a negative, so they definitely are going to be a negative times a negative, right? Now this is where we're going to have to do some guess and checking. I'm going to start with 2 times 4. See, negative 2x. Negative 28x. We add those together, we're going to get a negative 30, so it's not those.
It's 4 times 7.
Let's switch these, right?
Yeah, 4 times x equals 4.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so negative 4x, and then negative 14x, right?
Yep.
Negative 28, or negative 18x. There we go.
You need his gloves.
So it's 4 and 2. 4 and 2. And then 11a. Can we factor anything out? Nope. So this one's going to be a little harder because we have factors for the 10, right? See, 1 and 10, and 2 and 5, right? And we have factors for the 4, which is 1 and 4, 2 and 2. It's a positive, so it's either positive times positive or negative times negative. So we're going to be adding these, right? And we look at the sign. The only thing we know for sure in this problem is that it's going to be a negative times a negative. All the other stuff we have to guess. So I'm going to start with the 2 and 5. 2x, 5x, and I'll start with the 2 and 2. 2 and 2. So this gives me negative 10x, negative 4x. That gives me negative 14x. And that doesn't work. So it's not 2 and 2, right? That we know of yet. So I'll try the 1 and 4. So 1 and 4.
Oh wait, yeah, 1 and 4 would work.
1 and 4 works, doesn't it?
Yeah, because 4 times 2 equals 8.
Yeah, negative 5x and negative 8x is negative 13x. So there's our factors. I'm going to rewrite it. 2x minus 1, 5x minus 4. Okay, so that one took a little bit of work. And then we have everybody's favorite power functions, right? So the f of x equals 2x squared minus 3x minus 5, and the g of x equals 10x plus 7. If we have a number, we're going to go ahead and substitute it in for our x's and get a number. Okay? So my f of x,
Oh my god. Why is the...
so wherever I see an x, I'm going to put parentheses. 2 parentheses squared. Stop that, that's annoying. Minus 3 times x minus 5. And wherever I see an x, I'm plugging in, what are we plugging in for? 4. We could plug this in a calculator and get it, which is what I'm going to do. Our handy dandy calculator. Okay, so I have 2 parentheses 4 squared minus 3 parentheses 4 minus 5. And I get 15. Does that sound right? So the f of 4 equals 15. So let's do the g of x. The g, everywhere I see an x, I'm going to put a pair of parentheses. 10 parentheses plus 7. And this one, I am substituting in 4 again, right?
Yeah, I thought it would be 15.
Oh, it's 4. That's if we did a composite function, which is down here.
Alright.
Okay, so this equals 47. So then, I need to take 15 plus 47, and that's going to equal 62. And that's my answer. Easy peasy. Multiplication, got to find the f of 3. Because I have a number here, I got to plug it in.
Yeah, it's not-
2.
Wait, what about
What?
13?
What?
13A. It's right next to the 12 feet.
Subtraction. I'll do it if I have time. Okay.
Alright.
F of 3, so 2 times x squared minus 3x minus 5. This time I'm substituting in 3, right? Plug it into your handy dandy calculator. 2 times 3 squared minus 3 times 3 minus 5. And I get 4. G of 3. 10 times x plus 7. Plug in 3 this time. And I get 37, right? Well, we're not going to add it. We're actually going to multiply it, right? So 37 times 4. Let's see, 28. Carry the 2. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 is 148. And then we have to do division. Now this one does not have a number for x, so we're just going to use our functions the way they are. So I have the f of x, which is 2x squared minus 3x minus 5 divided by the g of x, which is 10x plus 7. I would put parentheses around one of these so that you don't mistakenly cancel out. We do have a domain restriction, right? 10x plus 7 cannot equal 0. So we're going to set it equal to 0. Solve for x. See, minus 7, minus 7. I get 10x equals negative 7. Divide by 10. So x cannot equal negative 7/10. And composite functions, we start in the innermost function, which is g of negative 2. So g of negative 2, my g function again is 10 times x plus 7. Going to put in negative 2. So I get negative 22 plus 7 is negative 15, right? Is it 13? Oh, duh. Negative 13. So I'm going to take negative 13, substitute it in there. This is negative 20. 20 plus 7 gives me negative 13. Okay. So I take my f of negative 13, right?
And then distribute it around the problem.
Stick it in the f function, which is 2 times x squared minus 3 times x minus 5. Put in negative 13, right? Plug all that into your handy dandy calculator. 2 times negative 13. Because I do step by step for students. minus, if I do that, somebody will get confused. Minus 3 times negative 13 minus 5. 372. Okay? Do we have time to do the minus one? Oh, plenty of time. Okay, 13a. The f of x, so we're not going to plug in any values for x. We're just going to take the f function, which is 2x squared minus 3x minus 5, and we're going to subtract. Please put parentheses around any and all polynomials that you're subtracting. G of x is 10x plus 7. Okay, let's rewrite this. 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. We have to distribute minus 10x minus 7. Combine our like terms. Let's see. 2x squared, we've got a minus 3x minus, so minus 13x and minus 12. Look at all that work. Boy, you guys are going to need the whole hour to do the test tomorrow.
Right.
I'll get it back.
I'm not. I might take some.
Or do the other review packets review this long?